This Saturday, the 10th of November 2012, is the Children's Rights Referendum. The Children's Referendum will give greater protection to all children at risk and provide the foundation for a more child-focused protection system in Ireland. Up to 2,000 children living in long-term state care cannot be adopted because of our constitution. The Children's Referendum will fix this. It will force courts to make decisions about children in the child's best interests. It will force courts to include the views of children when making critical decisions about their lives. The referendum will recognise children as individuals and strengthen parents' ability to protect their children's rights. The following podcast is based on the referendum and was carried out on Wednesday, the 7th of November 2012. The interviews were conducted by Maureen McGrath, Aoife Tuffy, Francesca Varley and Sinead Timon. We are in our third year of our Level 8 Honours Degree programme in Early Childhood Education at IT Sligo. This was done as part of our Policy, Procedure and Evidence module assessment. We decided to find out if people knew about the referendum and to get an idea of the knowledge people have about the referendum and also opinions they may have on it.
Karen Tuffy, 21.
Alright, and do you know about the referendum on Saturday?
I know it's about children's rights.
And are you going to vote?
No.
What else do you know about the referendum?
It's going to give the children more power in the courts and all that kind of stuff.
Where did you get that information?
Internet.
And do you think it will make a difference?
Probably.
And you're in favour of the proposed changes?
Yes.
And you're still not going to vote?
No.
No?
Don't have time.
Busy college man.
Yes.
Alright, thanks very much.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hiya, we're doing a survey, or we're asking people about the Children's Rights Referendum. Did you know there was a referendum on Saturday?
Yeah, I did.
And are you going to vote?
Yeah, hopefully.
What do you know about the referendum?
Not too much, haven't read too much into it, just a little. So just a kind of basic yes or no.
Okay, and where did you get your information from?
From the internet and from some of the leaflets that were handed out.
Alright, and do you think this referendum will make a difference?
Hopefully.
Are you in favour of the proposed changes?
Yes.
Yes,
I think
very
so.
good. Okay, and what's your occupation?
Student.
You're a student. Alright, that's perfect. Thanks very much.
Hi, how are you? My name's Sinead. I was just wondering if I could ask you some questions about the referendum on Saturday.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
I was just wondering if you know anything about the referendum.
I've heard about it, yeah, it's actually taking place this Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. And where would you have got your information about it?
Well, my husband actually got a leaflet in the post.
Okay, and
Yeah, so we know a little bit about it. He works with children himself, actually.
and are you in favour of the proposed changes?
We would be, yes, definitely. I think it's a great opportunity for changes to take place in the Constitution for children. And
So you think it'll make a difference, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And do you have children yourself?
We've got 3. Yeah, we've actually got triplets.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so yeah, all in one go. So that's family done and dusted.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thanks yourself.
Oh, sorry.
We're just doing a project on the referendum just to see what people know about it. So what do you know about the do you know about the referendum on Saturday?
Yes.
Are you going to vote?
No.
So you're not?
No.
You don't feel that the children should get more rights, or you're not going against it either?
No, I don't have a developed enough opinion on it. I'm focused on a dissertation at the moment. That's all I care about in this world.
Okay, that's grand. Thank you very much.
No bother.
That's it. Thanks. Do you know about the referendum on Saturday?
I know the referendum's been held on Saturday, yes.
And are you going to vote?
Yes.
What do you know about the referendum?
Well, not a whole lot. I feel that it's not going to make any great difference right now. It's going to change what's written in the Constitution, and hopefully in the future the laws will be changed as a consequence.
Okay. And where did you get your information from?
I did read the brochure that came through the door, and I have listened a little to radio, but not paid a lot of attention, went in one ear out the other.
Do you think it will make a difference? And you've already said no, that you think in the long run, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. I don't think initially it's going to make any great difference. You know, the Saturday's vote is not going to make any difference. Hopefully further on along the line.
And are you in favour of the proposed changes?
Yes. I'm voting yes.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks.
But would you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, perfect.
Grand. The first one is, first of all, do you know about the referendum? So you obviously do. Are you going to vote on Saturday?
Yeah.
You are. And what would you know about the referendum, do you think? Would you know anything much about it?
Well, I don't know too much. I watched Pat Kenny on prime time with it the other night on the front line, which was anyway where what's called the Minister was on with John Water.
Okay.
And that would be mainly where I got all the information.
Okay.
About,
so where you got your information is obviously covered in that one.
Yeah.
And do you think it'll make a difference?
Well, I hope so. Like, you know, for vulnerable children, and so that there'll be place in families and stuff like that. Yeah.
And would you mind just asking if you have any children yourself?
I have 4.
Oh wow! So you have your hands full. And are you in favour of the proposed changes?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah, I am,
Fantastic.
because it said, you know, that there's, do you know what I mean? That there, I can't remember what the
Greater
exact word was.
protection, is it? Or?
Yeah, it's greater protection, but as well as that, it's going to be like, you know, taken.
Well, ultimately they'll have a voice. You know.
Children will have a voice, yeah. But it's not saying that children are going to be taken away from their parents.
No,
or anything
no,
like
no.
That. It's just,
I think that's a misconception a lot of people have.
Yeah, a lot of
and I
people have
don't.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
it'll be
God
brilliant for
forbid
kids.
their children are in extreme cases.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that there is something there for them if they, you know, if they do need the help. You know,
Yeah.
it's not about taking
And
children.
I think
out of
they
their
have a
home.
thing there that families, married families, can actually voluntarily give up their children for adoption, which I think is fantastic for people who just can't cope with the kids.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So no, yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's
Okay,
perfect.
good
Thank
luck
you.
with it.
Thanks very much. We're doing a project for college just about the referendum, see how much people know about it and stuff. So, do you know about the referendum on Saturday?
No, I don't know much.
Nothing. And are you going to vote?
More than likely.
And
We got a pile of leaflets in the house last night, so I'll probably have a good reading.
It's for a college project, so we just need to voice request. Is that okay? Would you just say your name and your job? Or? Okay.
And I'm a nurse.
Oh, and do you know about the referendum on Saturday? And are you going to vote?
Yes, I definitely.
And what do you know about this referendum?
Well, I know it's giving a chance to children who normally wouldn't be able to be adopted, even by married parents. Give them a second chance. Yeah, that's roughly it.
Yeah, and where did you get that information from?
Newspapers, media.
Do you think it'll make a difference?
I hope so. I'm not 100% sure because I know I haven't read the Constitution, but from what I've heard is that it's already in the Constitution, except for this little amendment.
The wording.
The wording, yeah.
And are you in favour of the proposed changes? Are you in favour of the proposed changes? Proposed changes.
Proposed changes. Yes. Yeah. Well, I just hope the state, has learned from the past.
Exactly, yeah.
That's all I hope. And I was very iffy during the week about whether I would vote yes, and I listened to a lot of the no side, and I hopefully trust the state.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think we've moved on.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. Okay, do you know anything about the referendum on Saturday?
Only bits and pieces.
And are you going to vote?
Yes.
And where did you get your information about the referendum?
Leaflets that come in the door.
Okay. And do you think the proposed changes are going to make a difference?
No.
No?
No.
And are you in favour of the proposed changes?
Yes. I'll be voting no though.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. What about the referendum on Saturday?
Yes.
And are you going to vote?
I am.
And what would you know about the referendum?
Well, I was always in favour of the parents, having the children, but the way society has gone now, sometimes the children are safer with foster parents.
So you think it's going to make a difference?
And at the moment, I know the foster parents can't adopt.
Yeah.
So I think if the referendum was passed, they would be allowed to adopt, would they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd vote yes. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, we'd vote yes, yeah. I think, yeah. And do you think,
A lot of people have come out and said no, like I was always anti-abortion too, and I seen where Dana came out the other night and requested a no vote, and I couldn't understand why.
yeah, there's a good few now kind of...
And that journalist, what's his name? Talking to me at the moment now, but
John Waters, is
yes,
it?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think a lot of people are confused. They haven't got enough information.
Yeah. Well, Barack Obama got in anyhow.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
And he was supposed to
Exactly, yeah.
So I'll vote yes anyhow.
Okay. Okay.
I know a lot of people, and they're saying no, but I think a child is better adopted or with good foster parents than being in a home where they're abused.
Exactly.
And they're sent back to them homes again to be abused again.
Yeah.
And my daughter knows of one family that did foster a child for years. And when he came, when he got older, he was returned to his parents. And after 2 years, he was on drugs and everything.
Oh yeah,
So it was better if he stayed with foster parents.
and back to his
Yeah, so that's what I feel anyhow.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
And I'm over 70.
Oh, very good. Thanks.
Referendum on Saturday? Yeah. Are you going to vote?
Yes.
And what would you know about the referendum?
I've known it from the media, from the Children's Rights Alliance, the leaflet, through extensive college work and references.
Would you know what it entails?
I do know what it entails, yeah. Basically, children's rights need to be copper-fasted, in other words, tighter, made stronger and more consistent. And also, in regards to adoption, whereas before, parents who are married couldn't adopt children, and now that's going to be brought in. Also, that if children are in any sort of encumbrance danger, they can be removed from the family by the government on the day. And it's just an overall protection, and also that their rights are vindicated in the court of law rather than implied.
So you'd have a fairly knowledge of what's happening.
Rather than implied or elicited, it's actually going to be categorically stated. And then the courts won't have to sort of judge or interpret it so much. It's there in black and white.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so where did you get your information? You've covered that. Do you think it'll make a difference?
I hope it does, It's like anything. Proof is in the pudding. And my wife and I, we've got an autistic child as well, so my main concern would be if disabled children or special needs or those with any sort of physical disabilities are protected and they're not kind of, meshed, not so much that, but meshed into society, and because people who with special needs, they may not know what's going on in regards to abuse, sexual or neglect, sexual, they may not have a clue what's happening anyway, whereas at least a child ordinarily would know, so that would be
Something more specific for everybody.
Also, furthermore, caution needs to be applied when the government officials come into homes. It might be perceived that it's not a good environment for a child, and that might not be the reality, and children are taken away from parents. There could be a lot of mitigating circumstances. So
there's a lot of conception about that as well.
So that needs to be firmed up in terms of making it very crystal clear what procedures will be in place to tackle that. How they go about that. Rather than just going.
Thanks very much for your time.
That's all right.
We hope you enjoyed our podcast. Please take the time to vote this Saturday, 10th of November. Your vote can make a difference.